Hey, what's up? It's your boy, Life Coach Jeff, coming to y'all with another episode, people, of the Redirect, Regroup, Refocus podcast. Man, how is everybody doing on this wonderful Wednesday? Let me tell y'all something, man. I am great because, man, we have some great guests that are going to be coming on, and I swear, man, we are covering people that are nominated for a Distinguished Authors Guild Award. That is brought to you none other by Miss Gina Gatson. She is the host of this award show. And when I tell y'all, she has connected great authors together. She has just bought, oh my gosh. When I tell y'all, this woman is a networking fool with what she does. Okay. I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna have to bring her on the show because she has provided us with these great people today before the actual awards ceremony happens. But I'm telling y'all, it's gonna happen. So y'all know how we do our shows, baby. We gonna go ahead. We gonna kick out a couple announcements here because I only got a couple. That's it. But we gonna knock them out. We gonna get right into the interviews, people. So let me let y'all know. Here we are. Boom, baby. We are here at the Vibe Studios at 2075 Rush Place here in Lake Station, Indiana. So once again, people, if you need your podcast produced, okay, or your radio show produced, this is what we do for y'all. Now, it consists of Ron Reader, the VNO, What You Know, myself, Life Coach Jeff Reller for the Redirect, Regroup, Refocus, Smooch Wallace. Who is Smooch Wallace, baby? If you don't know him, please get to know him. This is a multi-talented brother who sings, who hosts, he does comedy. It's insane. Get to know that man. And we have Mary Selena K of Rock Truth Radio. And also Dr. J, the comedian, who will also be having a show coming out of the Vibe Studio starting in November. So y'all be on the lookout, man. We're doing some big things over here. So again, if you need your podcast produced or your radio show produced, baby, we are here for y'all. So let's get that out the way. And also, I need to let y'all know this as well. We are broadcasting live from R3 Radio. So R3 Radio can be found on Online Radio Box. So I encourage everybody, please go to onlineradiobox.com and type in R3 Radio. And when you type it in, I promise you, I swear, what's that? The right hand to the man upstairs, that we will be the first ones that actually pop up. And you will see the logo and everything, baby. And then you could tap into the shows and the content because we got something for y'all. So I had to get out the way. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this D.A.G commercial real quick so you all can listen and we can get it going. So, all right, y'all, we will be right back in 51 seconds.
Chicago in Northwest Indiana. Get ready for an epic night to remember. We are honoring the past and awarding the future. The Distinguished Authors Guild presents its 5th annual Literary Award Show and VIP Gala. Sunday, November 10th at Theater 47, 350 Victory Drive in Park Forest, Illinois. Proceeds from ticket sales go towards scholarships for first-year creative writing college students. This is a black tie event. Purchase your tickets now at eventbrite.com, keyword Distinguished Authors Guild. For more information, call 219-742-4305. That's 219-742-4305. And remember, everything that glitters is gold.
Y'all heard it here, man. The Distinguished Authors Guild Award Show will be taking place. Y'all heard the dates. I'm terrible with stuff like this, y'all. I'm terrible with remembering things of this nature. A brother got a lot going on, but please tap in with Miss Gina Gatson and the Distinguished Authors Guild. It will definitely be a night to remember, and we will be honoring authors, not just black authors. It's open to everybody, but she doing something great for the black community, people. So, oh man, all right. Now we ready to get to the meat, everybody. Now we ready to start the show with what y'all came to see for today. So, I'm gonna have the luxury of introducing Miss Brittany Thomas, Dr. Linda J. Holloway, Veronica Riley. We got somebody else who popped there. Hold on now. Hold on. Here we go. See, this is what happens sometimes when you do this thing here. Let me see. Jay Vinson. And also, hold on. Let me get this together, y'all. Because I got to scroll down. And a brother can't scroll down. It's okay. Sometimes this is what happens. We deal with these things. But let me get everybody on real fast. So here we go with boom, everybody. How's everybody today? That is good. Good. And ma'am, I'm about to get you on in a sec. Just hold on with me real quick. So, for some reason, we have technical difficulties sometimes with these things, people. It is not allowing me to scroll down. Oh, wait, we did it. Miss Barbara White, here it is.
Success.
Whitehead,
Boom. Now
yes.
we got Dr. Barbara White on here as well.
Yeah.
There we go. So we got the whole crew on here, man. So this is great. This is awesome. Now, y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all, this is the first time I've had this many people on. So y'all bear with me, okay? But I'm gonna make sure everybody gets highlighted with their books. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna start off real quick with Miss Brittany Thomas. Go ahead, girl. Go ahead, let the people know who you are, the book that you have, and what category you're nominated in as well.
Um, Hello everybody. My name is Brittany Thomas. I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina, 27 years old. I am a serial entrepreneur. I do many things, but I am the author of I'm Living My Blessed Life with Cerebral Palsy. That is the book that got nominated. And I actually don't know what category yet. So
Okay. All right.
I have to wait and find out and we'll see.
Okay, that's great. Now we're gonna move on to Miss Linda J. Holloway. Let's get it, girl.
Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for having me on this show. As said, I'm Dr. Linda J. M. Holloway. I am in the great state of Alabama. I'm a counselor educator with over 30 years in the area of clinical mental health. And the books that I write actually stems from articles that I have written in the area of mental health. So the two books that I'm nominated for are Bad Girls of Montgomery and Little Miss Linda copes with divorce. And
Okay.
these are in the area of children. So that's a little bit about who I am. I also am a veteran of 27 years. I served in the United States Army Reserves for over 27 years and completed 4 combat tours.
Ooh.
So thank you so much for this
All right.
opportunity.
No problem, girl. We go right down the line. Miss Veronica Riley.
Hi, my name is Veronica Riley, as you said, and I am many things, but for this, I am the author of Heart in My Pocket. This is the book that was nominated. It's poetry and photography, and that's it. That's about it.
All right. Brother Jay Vinson. Let's get it.
All right. Well, my name is Jay Vinson. I'm originally born and raised in Montgomery, Alabama. Currently reside in the state of Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia. I'm a man of many hats, faith leader, certified youth and spiritual life coach. But here tonight, I'm here to talk about my book, Moving Past Your Pain. This is a inspirational read, basically touches on different things from a holistic standpoint. And it has like real life stories that I talked about in the book, people that I mentor, people who I'm connected with ministry wise, and even from an athletic standpoint, as being a former athletic coach and a former athlete. I played football, basketball, baseball, pretty much every sport, from little league all the way to my senior year of high school. And pretty much I just talked about different stories in the book and really backed it up with, from my foundation of being a spiritual leader with scriptures, and just talked about different things in this book. And that's why I'm here tonight.
Okay, great. All right, Miss Barbara. Let's get it. Boom.
Hello, I'm Dr. Barbara Whitehead, and I am the author of The Prayers of Black and Brown Mothers. This is the second edition. It is a compilation book, and I have gathered 8 authors. I'm a contributing author myself, and this is our second edition. We come together to share the common experience of Black and Brown mothers and the prayers that we pray for divine guidance for all of the challenges that we face and the disparities that we experience, but knowing that that is not beyond us, because we have the power of prayer to have impact and influence, and we are praying mothers. We have voice and visibility. I am excited to be a part of this amazing podcast.
Thank you. Thank you. And then we have Miss Fredricka Let's get her on. Boom. Go ahead, ma'am. Introduce yourself and the title of your book as well.
Hi, I am Fredricka Wynn. I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I'm sorry I'm late coming on, but I'm just getting off of work at the same time.
It's all right, girl. They don't know it. They don't know it.
Yeah. So I got actually 4 books. The one that was nominated was Little Big Brother and Big Little Brother, which is my children's book. And it's also a series.
Okay. Great, great, great. Now, I'm gonna say this with each and every one of y'all. Man, y'all are all awesome in your own right. I want to say that. I want to say that because with one of y'all I follow quite frequently. That's my girl Linda. I follow Linda quite frequently. But the rest of y'all need to follow y'all quite frequently. And I hope after we done with this, we connect, we get information, we swap everything, because it is just something to be an author. I got a lot of respect for y'all, especially when y'all come out with multiple books. And I know one book that has touched me with the title. I had the opportunity to talk with Brittany Thomas, and I want to just take a moment to just connect with Brittany real quick. And we're going to go right down the line because more with her title, what inspired her to write this book. And I just want to hear more. Just go ahead, Brittany. Go ahead. You got the floor for a moment.
Okay, so I'm living my blessed life with cerebral palsy is a way that it's a book that I wrote in 2020. And the reason why I wrote the book is because I got tired of people on the outside looking in, thinking that they know me, but they really don't. Even thinking they know my everyday life struggles and what I go through on a day-to-day basis. So I went into detail like, hey, this is what cerebral palsy is. There's different types of cerebral palsy. I have what you call spastic cerebral palsy. It's in my bones, which is why therapy and a lot of movement is important, because if I don't, then it causes my muscles to tighten up. So, I just wanted people to know these are some of my struggles, but just because I have this struggle, it doesn't define me. And I understand that it's just temporary. So that's one of the reasons why I wrote the book. And the book has 6 chapters in it, and it dives into my life all the way from middle school to high school, college, and dating as well. So it goes pretty in depth. Basically saying that I can do everything like everybody else. It might just take me a little bit more time. And instead of saying I'm living my best life, because you hear that all the time, I wanted to put a twist on it. I'm blessed, because God has been good. So that was the reason for that title.
So that's what I'm talking about. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. And I tell y'all why the title spoke to me, because my wife also is blind and visually impaired. So and she has a rare disorder called Neil patella syndrome. So I understand, what it is to be with somebody who has a disability. It's not life altering. A lot of people think that things are just so life altering. You have to do so much to just adapt. But I'm gonna look at this camera and I'm gonna tell y'all don't have to do a lot to adapt. You really don't. Some lifestyle changes have to be made, but when you love somebody, it's nothing's never too big for that. So, girl, I'm telling you, Brittany, listen, with dating and everything, girl, it's like you said, it's someone out there for you. God got the whole thing, girl, and I'm telling you, I just love the fact that you're writing about it, you're okay with it, and because most people will wallow. I have had the opportunity to meet some people, and they stay in that thing, they stay in it heavy, and I want to give you your flowers and let you know, my sister, we love what you're doing and keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you. To God be the glory.
Yes, amen to that.
Thank you.
Miss Linda J. M. Holloway. Come on now, girl. So what was the inspiration for your book? I'm sorry, I have so much I'm so enthused when I talk about this woman, because like I said, I follow her. She be everywhere with this Little Miss series. So go ahead, girl. Talk about it. You have the floor.
Okay, so what inspired me? I'm a counselor educator, so I write in the area of clinical mental health. So when I was writing these articles, whether it was about Black women in hair, their hair in the workplace, or I was writing about bullying in the workplace, or I was writing about sickle cell disease, or sexual assault, or colorism, on to social justice as well as divorce, I was speaking to adults. So I
Mhm.
wanted a product that I can actually speak to children. So I thought the best way to speak to children was through children books in their language, was something that they could understand. And so that's what motivated me, and that's what led me to write children books. So I don't have your typical kind of tuck you in the bed at night kind of lullaby books.
Mhm.
So some people might consider me to be a trauma author, but I talk about those particular issues that most people find difficult to talk about, but
Mhm.
in a childlike manner that they can actually have a discussion. So the two books are, the first book is Bad Girls of Montgomery, but BAD stands for something. It stands for
Hmm.
bold and determined.
Yeah.
So this is a book about a little girl, little Miss Linda, who travels from Mount Bayou, Mississippi. I am from Mount Bayou, Mississippi. What is unique about Mount Bayou is an all-black town that was
Mhm.
found by former slaves on July the 12th, 1887. So she travels from Mount Bayou to Montgomery, Alabama, where I'm currently located. And Montgomery, Alabama has a lot of history, so she visits a lot of different sites there. So this particular book actually talk about the various sites, whether it's the Legacy Museum, the Civil Rights Museum, the Rosa Parks. She also visit where I am a faculty member, and I've been here for 6 years at the Alabama State University. So she actually comes there, so she gets to talk about those various things. So she invites the audience into that. But as a little girl and as an instructor who's teaching social justice for the first time, she said, I don't want this to just to be any old road trip. So what I
Hmm.
need for you all to do is to come up with a project. So Little Miss Linda project was called Bad Girls. So when her
Mhm.
parents, she told her, I said, what do you mean bad girl? So she said these were bold and determined women. So on the front cover, you will see these various women. And these was women other than Rosa Parks that actually participated in the Montgomery Boyce Boycott movement. So it allows the children to have a little bit of history. It also invites them into the various sites here in Montgomery. And it also teaches them, no matter how young you are, that you can make a difference in your community. And the things that I tend to do throughout my book is I have what I call LOLs. And LOLs are learning out loud. So they're a list of questions that you can actually ask the students. I also do like a treasure hunt. So they have to find the civil rights things throughout the books. I try to make it as interactive as possible.
Mhm.
Also, this book has the Montgomery Shuffle. So little Miss Linda teaches kids how to do the Montgomery Shuffle. So
Okay.
that is Bad Girls of Montgomery. Because one of the things when you're talking to little children, you want it to be something that's interactive that they can latch on to and they can retain. So it's just
Mhm.
not you are disseminating a lot of information, but it's in a way that is positive and it allows them to learn. And then the next book is Little Miss Linda Copes with Divorce. We know that divorce is a reality, it's a sense of loss, and it impacts the whole family system. But
Mhm.
oftentimes it's an adult problem that adults are dealing with. But how do the children cope? So this is a particular story where little Miss Linda, she noticed that there was something different going on about her parents, but she really didn't understand. So one day she comes home from school and they sit on the couch and they explained to her in a childlike way. But I like the way they explained it. They explained it in such a way like there are different seasons in life. And
Mhm.
through these different seasons, they come to an end. Like I'm telling people, I'm still holding on a little bit to the summer, but it's fall now. And so they basically tell her that their season has come to an end. It's not that they don't love her or anything like that, but what is unique about this book and that get the audience involved is that they create a I love you jar because they really want little Miss Linda to know that it's not her fault. We still love each other, but
Mhm.
this relationship has kind of come to an end as far as they're concerned. And so they allow her to write down questions
Mhm.
that she would have about a divorce, like where am I going to stay? She was used to both of her parents coming to PTA meetings, like who will come? Mom, Dad, will you all date again? What should I call these people that enter in my
That's
life?
right.
And so these are questions that you can actually create with your children. I love you, Ja, and that you can answer them in the most authentic way instead of saying, okay, this trashing another person, saying it was their fault, they, did something else, but in a way that she's able to cope. I was thinking, because each book I always have to find something that I could hide. So I was like, what would be the treasure for a divorce book? I was trying to think. So what we did was we hid hearts. So throughout the book, the child gets to find the different hearts, and they're broken hearts, because in the midst of all of this, we know that it creates broken hearts. People's hearts are torn apart, but how do we mend them back together? And so we talk about when person get married, they live happily ever after. But how do you live happily ever after once you have gone your separate ways? So this is what we will hope for this book. And once again, we have questions in there for children to answer. That covers the two books that I have as finalists for this particular D.A.G season. Thank you.
And that is awesome,
Beautiful.
because I love that you're teaching. I love that you're teaching it on a simplistic way, and also the kids, because these things do affect children, whether it's divorce or also just learning about our history in general. You are covering very good points. And girl, I also wanted to keep doing what you're doing. Give this woman her flowers
Yes.
while she is here and
Beautiful.
able to receive them. Because like I said, y'all, it takes something to do this. And the fact that y'all just have these ideas, man, and y'all have great ideas. Y'all got better ideas than your boy here. I can't do what y'all do. I can't do it. I can't do it at all. But keep doing what you're doing, Miss Linda. And that's amazing. Let's go on to you, Dr. Barbara Whitehead.
Yes, I have this compilation of praying Black and brown mothers. There is a stable in our communities, and it is the force and the power and the influence of mothers. And traditionally, Black and brown mothers' voices have been muted and they've been silenced. But by the vision of this compilation, we brought voice and visibility to the prayers of Black and brown mothers to have impact and influence, and to say that they are not silent, they are being heard. And in this compilation of prayers, we discuss issues concerning canceling generational captivity, fighting words for breast cancer, mental illness, and the challenges of having a child with mental illness, talking about parents and how we pray for our children, and looking at the influence that we have in our communities as we raise our children. So it's been an inspirational journey as the prayers of Black and brown mothers have been highlighted and celebrated, and given opportunity to have space in the literary world. It's been an opportunity to empower families, to strengthen marriages, to bring connection to the relationships between parents and children. It's an inspirational book, but it's also a empowering coaching method to have impact and to show that we don't have to sit in corners and wring our hands. We have the opportunity to pray and access supernatural power to coordinate the various things that we are experiencing, and to show that we will make a difference as praying Black and brown mothers.
Man, girl, let me
Amen.
That was a
you
good
took us
sermon.
to church. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Man, I love that. Oh my gosh, girl. You was about to take the whole show. I was about to log off. I was about to walk out the door here, go to my car, go home, let you run it. That is awesome. I love that, because we do need to reach our Black and brown community in that sense. I'm telling you, and with mothers, mothers go through a lot. They do so much for their children, and I'm sorry, Mama, that I ain't even recognize a lot. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm 34. I'm sorry. I'm saying that now. I'm sorry. But
Yeah.
I love that you have this outlet for them. I love that you have created something for them to feel empowered and to be uplifted. And like you said, you can tap into that higher power and it can get you through. Because Lord knows when and I know we can all attest to this, baby. When we was down, God brought us through.
Whole
Yeah.
time.
Because I'm
Yes.
we follow God over here on R3 Radio.
Oh, yes.
Somebody else pray to.
Yes, yes. And this is actually our second edition. There
Mhm.
is a first edition as well. And it has really been an amazing journey to bring mothers together and to give them opportunity to share their concerns. And these are not traditional people that would have authored a book, but by the power of unity, we were able to give voice and visibility to those who would otherwise not have even been authors, but because of God.
Mhm.
Because he doesn't leave us out, because he knows how to bring our issues to the front, and because all of us are important.
Girl, you a pastor. I need to ask. Do you
Yes,
preach?
I am. I
Come on
am.
now. I felt it in the room. I felt it. Come on now. All right. Thank you so much for that. Oh my gosh. That is so much needed. As Gina said, y'all all have subjects that are very needed. So we're gonna segue right over to Jay. Let's go, Jay.
It's hard to come behind
I know, right?
all these three. I'm gonna try to be brief. I'm not gonna be long because
Oh, we got brother. Let me tell you, we still have 30 minutes. Okay. Listen, give your boy a break. I get on here all the time and I talk. You take the floor. Y'all take it.
okay, I do that. My book is called Moving Past Your Pain. I actually started writing in 2020, and actually before COVID came. I was working as a high school educator, still a high school educator today as a school teacher. My first book was called Pain to Purpose. It was just a book that I actually just started writing just to, I guess, just get my name out there. But I talked about different things in that book. But I had another book that was released in 2020 called Stepping into Greatness: From Pain to Purpose and Promise. And the book that's being nominated is called Moving Past Your Pain. Back in 20, I want to say it was 2021, all the way up until 2022, me and a good friend of mine that I went to college with at Auburn University in Alabama. He lives in Houston, Texas, and we actually came up with the idea of doing a podcast
Mhm.
during COVID. And even during that podcast, we reached a lot of people in the Atlanta area where I live at, the Houston, Texas area, and even other states. And last year, God gave me another vision to actually write a book in which I actually talked about different things in the book. I know that I believe it was Miss Linda J.M. Holloway. She is an educator herself, as being if I'm not mistaken, a school counselor. So with me being a high school teacher, we both of us see what these young men and young ladies go through on a consistent basis every single day. And even with me mentoring a gentleman who played high school football in the state of Alabama, his parents are pastors in the state of Alabama, and his father basically wanted me to mentor him, in which I had an opportunity of mentoring him, and he was going through a pivotal moment in his high school career of playing high school football. He was basically outworked and outperformed his fellow colleagues on the fellow teammates on the team, and he was a quarterback, and he thought he was going to start his senior year, but that didn't happen. But his name was called on one particular game to actually start, where they played another high school in Alabama, and it was raining that particular night. And with him running the ball, the play was for him to run the ball as being a quarterback. He ended up fumbling the ball, and the other team picked the ball up and ran it back for a touchdown. But the team ended up losing, but it wasn't because of that play. It was because of the team didn't play to his best ability that particular night. And the next day, that Friday, because the game was that Thursday night, but that Friday, he went to school. He thought he was just going to have a normal day at school, but that particular day, it was one person that walked up to him and told him that he should be killed in a death threat, and all because he basically lost the ball because it was raining and the other team scored. And I didn't know this until he actually talked about it. We actually just did a documentary. So I have a documentary that's out. It's called Bouncing Back from Adversity. And in that documentary, he talked about the things that he went through in his high school career. But I didn't know this as on a personal level because he didn't tell me this. But I heard it after watching the documentary that he wanted to just quit and give up altogether. And he didn't know what to do. He isolated himself from other people. But with his parents being the type of people that they are as being faith leaders, they basically had to just pray. Number one, the first thing they did was pray. His sister, his brothers, same thing. And myself, after his father had texted me what was going on. But the first thing that I thought about, most importantly, was his mental state. You know, as being a life coach, I have coached different people, different young people. And the first thing that I realized what they go through is mental health.
Yes.
And even throughout that journey of him going through that pivotal moment, as being a high school student, and this was his last year as being a senior, and I checked on him, made sure that he was good. His father basically told me what was going on, just keeping me in the loop of everything. And we all was praying for him. And I will say that after we all did that and basically just checked on his mental state, he ended up bouncing back from the pain that he was going through. And he ended up getting an opportunity to play again because it was several games where he just rode the bench, as he said in the documentary. He didn't know if he was going to be playing again. But the starting quarterback that actually was starting this particular game, he ended up getting injured. And he came in the game and brought the team back because the team was losing big time. And he brought the team back from, I believe, 21 points. But they ended up losing because the defense didn't really perform well that night. So overall, long story short, he had went through adversity. Not just him, but even other people. Like, I will say this, the year before I was born, my mother, her sister was murdered. And the following year, I was born. And that was kind of, as my mother would say, my grandmother who's deceased, it was kind of strange, but in reality, they say that I guess they say I'm a miracle child or a child from God because with them losing their loved one the year before, and with me being born the following year, that's what everybody has been telling me, that I'm a child from God. So I've been in ministry since age 15. I'm 34 right now, and
okay, veteran in the house.
Yes, sir. But overall, I wanted to do more than just preach. I have a personal ministry. It's called Jay Vinson Ministries, and it's more of a holistic ministry where I'm working with everybody from all walks of life, believers and non-believers. Just being a mentor, being a life coach, even an author now, and that's basically what I've been doing with my personal ministry, and it really has reached a lot of people, not just where I'm based or where I'm from, but I say everywhere from worldwide, on a worldwide standpoint, global standpoint. But Moving Past Your Pain is it's a book. It's an easy read. It's a 7-part. I talked about different things like with depression. Even where I'm from, we all have heard this gentleman called DJ Twitch.
Yeah.
Well, he's from Montgomery.
That was Ellen's DJ.
Yes, sir. And the crazy part about it, he actually went to the same high school that I went to, which was then Robert E. Lee High School in Montgomery, Alabama. And he had the opportunity of working with Ellen DeGeneres, and he was even mentored by She's retired now. She was the theater of arts at Alabama State, Dr. Tania Stewart. I had the opportunity of working with her during her summer camp after I graduated from Auburn back in 2013. And I talked about him in the book and how he was going through a pivotal moment, even though we all didn't know, because everybody said that he walked around with a smile on his face. But what I realized as being in ministry, just because people walk around with a smile on their face, they can be going through something internally. And, and even from a leader standpoint, we have heard over the years that a lot of pastors have committed suicide. Other people have committed suicide, and they just didn't know how to get the help that they needed. Well, it was too late. And that's what I talked about in the very beginning of the book of part 1, talked about depression and how it's best to get the help before it is too late. And that's really what the first part is all about. And other parts I talked about was forgiveness and having a certain heart, about watch your mouth, because a lot of times what we speak is what we're going to receive. So
you better say that.
Words have power. So we have to be very careful with what we say. You know, if you want to prosper, you learn how to speak
Amen.
positive things, because the things that you say is what you're going to receive. And I had to learn that myself over the years. But it's all about being connected with the right people, most importantly. So
Okay,
that's really my background story and basically what this book is all about.
that's awesome, man. And, you know, just with your background in ministry and just the whole book as a whole, you know, these books, a lot of the books y'all have are inspiring and uplifting. And when you look at today's society and today's culture, it's a lot of craziness out there.
Yes, it is.
And people's minds just ain't right. Even when Paul said, when I want to do good,
But it's bad. It's right before.
I want to do wrong too. You know, he said it. Like it's a war every day with this
Over your
thing.
body.
That's right, over your body. That spirit wants the flesh and the flesh wants the spirit. It's that daily wrestle. And brother, I just love the work that you're doing. I love how you have compiled this thing. And as I'm telling all y'all, keep doing what you're doing.
Documentary already. So
Come on. That's right, girl. That's right.
I looked it up. I found it. I got it. I'm ready to watch it. I'll watch it when I get up.
Yes, man.
Because Gina said it was deep. Go ahead, brother.
One last thing. I actually have turned this book into a workbook. So I'm in the process of putting together workshops and seminars.
I would love to talk to you more about that.
Yes, ma'am. I would love to talk to you as well.
Okay.
Oh, see, look, that's what I'm talking about right here. See, this is what it's about. Community. It's about community. It's
I'm
about
doing a
networking
whole
with
lot of
the right
mentorship programs right now. And
Collaboration.
everything that you all have said, I want that book, Miss Holly. I need those books. I need all of this. Yeah, this is good stuff. Good stuff.
That is awesome. Miss Veronica, let's move on to you, girl. Come on.
Hey, how are you? Sometimes, to be honest, I forget that I'm an author because I actually wrote this book a few years ago.
Okay.
And it's just poetry and I say just, it's poetry and photographs that I've taken over the years and compiled. And one day someone said, you should publish that. And I was like, okay. And that's kind of how this book came about. It's called Heart in My Pocket because in all honesty, I wear my heart in my pocket because it gets cold on my sleeve. So this is a glimpse into that. Anyone who knows me, a lot of people don't know that I'm very, 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 very private. But when I wrote all of this, I was a wife, I was a mother, I have 6 children and now 1 grandchild. And I didn't start college till I was 24 with 6 kids. I mean, I was 27 with 6 kids already when I started college. And I've had careers before then, after then. But writing has been a constant. I will call it a pastime. It was my therapy. It was the way that I worked through trauma, worked through grief, worked through everything. So I finally put it out just to kind of, and it's one of those that a lot of people, even close friends and stuff, barely know that I have a book out because I don't push it very much. I just
you better push that thing, girl.
I like it so much that I give it. When I did carry some around, I would just give them away because I think personally, art and words and stuff and healing and all of that should be available for any who want it. And that's just my personal philosophy on stuff, which is why I do other aspects of work. My background is more business, HR, finance, consulting, things like that. But this book is the artistic, creative side of me. And so it's a compilation of poems about there's loss, there's grief, there's love, there's family, it's poems to my children, poems to mate, things like that. But and then a lot of the photographs that I've taken in different travels that match the words of the poems. So it's interesting, it's fun, it's sexy, it's somber, it's humorous, it's all those things. And it's the first of two. And the second one will be out in probably January or February. But the second one is called Decoy Heart. Because my son once told me, I was like, I said something about his emotions. He said, I'm always smiling, but he said, I wear my heart on my sleeve, but don't be fooled, it's a decoy. And I'm like, boy, that's dope. I'm still in that.
I'm glad you did.
I stole that. So a lot of who I am is just at this point in my life is where at that point in my life, all of who I was wrapped up in my family and child rearing and all those things. So it's a lot of that. And so to like reading the same work now, it feels like it was a different person because of, cocooning. Every few years you cocoon and you become something else and you become a little bit different, and ideologies change, and you meet people like Linda and Jay and all these and Brittany and all of these new fantastic humans that you meet throughout your life help to mold the next version of you. And so that is what this is. A previous version, it was Chocolate Girl, who was my stage name in poetry before, but so this is all about her, was what she was thinking and what she was going through for a few years. But I like it, and it has some interesting verbiage, it has some sweet verbiage, and I like the pictures are even better. Even this photograph right here is a picture I took somewhere. I can't even tell you where, but it's a picture I took somewhere, and that's a lot with the book. But I kind of want to touch on a lot of what you all are saying, mainly because, as I said, I do a lot of mentorship right now. And a lot of with teens and youth and things like that, with the few nonprofits that we all work together. And I don't know if I mentioned it before, but I'm from Chicago, so I'm a lot of what I do is in the Chicagoland area. Chicago, stand up. But a lot of what you all are doing, I just want to throw out there that it is phenomenal. And if I thank Gina for what she's doing with the Distinguished Authors Guild, and Greg for nominating me and things like that. And I'm so grateful and appreciate this opportunity. But I would really like to connect with a lot of you and make sure that I get your books so we can get them in the hands of a lot of these youth and youth organizations that could use them. So Jay, like the things you're doing for mental health and things with men, it's a couple of people that you need to be in front of, like quite a few. Especially the workbook part. Come on, we got to get that out into the hands of many. So that's my book, Heart in My Pocket. It is available and blah blah blah, but you guys, your books are just phenomenal, and I cannot wait to get my hands on them.
Man, what I love about what you're talking about, girls, see, a big thing that I live on is transparency.
Oh yeah.
And I'm a life coach too, Jay. So I understand, brother. I get it. You know what I mean? And the only way that you can really relate to people is through transparency. People have to see your ups, your downs, your struggles to know that, okay, I'm not in this. I'm not the only one in this.
That is the hardest thing in the world for me. Transparency.
Yeah. But what's so funny about it, you put it in a book. And
no, that's why I don't try to sell it.
Yeah. Girl, now they know. If they didn't know, they know now. And I love the fact that you just have a willing heart to just want to help people. You pass it out, you help people with it. You see a need, as all of you see a need. Man, y'all are feeling my spirit today.
I know,
that's
right?
why I want to shut up, listen to y'all, and let y'all talk, because as Veronica said, y'all are all doing amazing things. And we just gonna keep the amazingness going. Come on, Fredricka. Did I say that right?
Yes, you did. It's
Okay.
Fredricka. Now most people can say my name correctly.
Ooh, all
But
right. I
yes,
don't know, because it'd be some spellings out there, some pronunciations. You want to be right.
no, you said it on point. Yeah. So me, I'm last, of course, but I have 4 books, like I mentioned earlier. So my first
Mhm.
book was my biography story that I dropped back in 2022. And then I also came out with my first children's book, which is Little Big Brother and Big Little Brother. So that came out last year, 2023, along with my self-care book, which is called Balance with Purpose. We all talking about purpose and different things, which is how ironic. But
God's
uh,
plan.
the beginning of this year, I dropped the second series to the children's book, which is called Little Big Brother and Big Little Brother Goes to School. So we kind of turned it into like something fun for the kids to be able to learn how to read and write, and also like doing things around math and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm a school bus driver. I also do things around teaching and in childcare. So I do a lot of things around the youth.
Mhm. That's awesome,
Yeah.
man. I'm telling y'all. Yeah, can we just all give y'all a round of applause while we on here? Can we all just clap it up? And I really want to thank Gina for allowing me to have y'all on, because as I stated earlier, it's the first time I have had the opportunity of having this many great people on at one time. And you just feel the energy. All of y'all are blessed. All of y'all are reaching your audiences in your own way, and all of you all are authentic. And that's what I love about this. There's a level of authenticness that comes with writing. And I really want to ask y'all each a question. I want to ask y'all the same question, because I feel that this is very imperative on how y'all continue to move. And I want to know from each and every one of y'all. We're going to go down the line again because we got 12 minutes. I told you, time go by real quick when y'all talking about yourself, don't it? Don't it? Just fly.
Yeah.
Ooh. And I'm glad, baby, that I didn't have to be by myself today, But I want to know from in your own words, what type of legacy do y'all want to leave through writing? And I'm gonna go right down the line. Brittany, we're gonna start with you first, and then we're gonna go on down.
The legacy I want to leave with writing is I want to encourage people around the world that they can do anything that they want to do, because oftentimes in life we make excuses.
Mhm.
And I tell people that there's no reason in their life that they can't be successful.
Mhm.
So my legacy I want to leave is, despite what your circumstances are, despite what life looks like,
Mhm.
take it and make the best out of it. My legacy I want to leave is like I want to do so much that my family is inspired, my friends are inspired,
Mhm.
other people around the world are inspired. Like I want to spread so much love and so much joy to people, and just letting them know, regardless of what they've been through. Even me with my disability, I also want to let people know, with disabilities, all kind of disabilities, that if I can do it,
Mhm.
you can do it. Nothing is stopping you. And I want to let able-bodied adults and
Mhm.
children know that there's no excuse. There's no reason why you should be sitting on your dreams.
Come on.
God has given you so many gifts. Why are you not using them?
Come
Like,
on.
why are you complaining? There's somebody out there worse off than you. So I think that that's my message to the world. No excuses why you
There
can't
you
be
go.
successful.
That's awesome. That is amazing. Come on, we're gonna go right down the line. Miss Linda.
Okay, there are a few things. First, I want to say I want to empower, educate, and elevate our youth. And when we hear about social emotional learning in terms of mental health, how do we manage that? So I want to be able to teach that through that. So that's one legacy. The other thing is about reading, is about literacy. And I grew up in a situation where my parents were, I guess you would say, they were illiterate. They probably got 7 to 8 grade education. So reading in our family was very fundamental. And so being able to reach out and allow children to read. And it's something when you go out into the schools and you hear that children do not have libraries at home, or do not own a book. They may own gym shoes that cost $100 and some dollars. They may own a laptop or an iPad, but they don't physically have a book. So I say, roar, reach out and read and teach young people to read. So that's the message. So each year, for the last, I guess I'm going into my 3rd year, I give away about 1,000 books when I go out to the schools. So the young lady was talking about giving away something free. Is I give that because I want each child to have, that I come in contact in the marginalized, oppressed community, that they can have their own book in which they can read and they can see themselves. So
That's beautiful.
That's awesome. I'm trying to tell you, y'all are doing too much today, Jesus. Let's go. All right, Veronica.
Oh,
I know it's not in any order. This is just the order on the screen
okay.
here, so I'm just moving through it.
The legacy that I would like to leave in my writing is simply the love. Humanity is losing its love. So and writing is healing. It brings us back to centering ourselves and getting back to who we really are outside of what others think we are, what others' expectations. So talking to yourself and listening to yourself is really important for self-healing and for growth and all those things. So if I could just leave that legacy, the legacy of love and healing in that arena, then that's enough for me.
Awesome. Jay.
Well, the legacy I want to leave is pretty much 3 words: educate, equip, and empower. Those are the 3 words that I live by, and those are the 3 words that are basically a part of my vision and my mission, and even part of my business. That's pretty much the legacy that I want to leave with my writing, and basically with my writing, helping our young people overcome any adversity in life and let them know that they can bounce back from what they have been through or what they're going through. And most importantly, don't quit or don't give up on your dreams and your goals and your aspirations, because in order for you to go to the next level, you have to pretty much write the vision and make it plain. And that's biblical right there.
Yes,
So
sir.
if you write the vision, and when you write the vision, just make it plain. And most importantly, don't allow anybody to get in the way of your vision, because sometimes the enemy has a way of stepping in and blocking you and getting you off track or getting you distracted of your vision. So that's pretty much what I want to do, is leave a legacy of helping our young people, and not just our young people, but everybody, by educating, equipping, and empowering them to continue to do what they have laid out to do, and don't give up on life.
Okay. All right, Dr. Barbara Whitehead.
Yes, I would love to leave a legacy of faith, power, and perseverance. I recognize that it is extremely important that if we're going to be successful, we must understand that life is not just about what we are experiencing here, but our beliefs and who we are internally, and how we are able to empower others by the authenticity of our internal integrity. So I'm looking to leave a legacy of faith and understanding who I am as a spiritual being, and understanding that I am more than just what meets the eye. And so we have to recognize that we need to build these foundations in our families, these foundations in our relationships, and we will not be successful without perseverance. And so with adversity, adversities and challenges and struggles, as people who know that there is a way out, we have to continue to persevere. It is a quality that must be instilled within us. As families, we must have perseverance. As individuals who are impactful in society, we must have perseverance. We cannot afford to quit or give up or shrink back or be less than, but we are always more than, because greater is he that's in us than he that's in the world. So praying Black and brown mothers rise to the occasion to give foundation and structure for people who will have faith, power, and perseverance. That is the legacy that I will leave through my writing.
You better speak, Dr. Bob.
Yes.
You better speak. Come on, Fredricka.
I got 3.
Go ahead.
So my first one, unity. Okay, because if nobody sticks together, then we all fall.
Yep.
Purpose and love.
Awesome. Awesome. I love it. And we're going to do one more last thing. I want you all just to state the name of your book and where they can find it and where they can find you at. And we'll start off with you, Brittany.
Sorry, I was muted. Sorry about that. The name of my book is I'm Living My Blessed Life with Cerebral Palsy. And it can be found at Brittany's Beads and Books.com. And here's the book.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the book, and this is where it can be found. All things Brittany Thomas can be found on that website.
All right. Dr. Linda?
I have 2 books, Bad Girls of Montgomery and Little Miss Linda Copes with the Divorce, and they can be found on Amazon. Thank you.
All right. Veronica?
Heart in My Pocket can be found also on Amazon. And I can be found on Facebook or Instagram at Chocolate Girl Writes, CHOCLITGIRLWRITES.
All right. Jay?
My book can actually be ordered on my website, www.jvinson.org. This is the book right here, Moving Past Your Pain. Even if you want to just order through Amazon, you can. But I tell everybody that if you want a signed copy, the best way to order is through my website. Again, www.jayvinson, V as in Victor, INSON.org. And you can connect with me on social media, as you see in the background, Facebook, Twitter, which is now X, and even TikTok, Jay Vinson 30. My Facebook is my ministry page, so that's Jay Vinson Ministry. So even my personal page is Jay Vinson. That's on Facebook. Also, Instagram is I am Jay Vinson. Even if you want to check out my YouTube, it's Jay Vinson Official.
All right, Ms. Barbara.
Yes, you can connect with me on social media, Facebook, Barbara Whitehead or Barbara Whitehead Ministries. My email address is barbarawhitehead123@gmail.com. Very long, but very simple and easy to remember. Barbara Whitehead123@gmail.com. The book can be found also on Amazon, but I also say if you'd like a signed autographed copy, then you can certainly contact me through my email, or you may call the number 478-733-1415. You may call or text and we can connect. Thank you.
All right. Last but not least, Fredricka.
My name is all around where you guys can find me. So I'm on Facebook, author Fredricka Wynn, as my name is on here. You can either go to my website, authorfredrickawynn.com. These is all my books. So this is Balance with Purpose. This is Discernment. This is the book that was nominated, the first book of the children's book. And this is the second one. This is the second series. And you can find all of them on my website and also Barnes & Noble.
Awesome. And man, I just want to thank you, all of y'all, again for coming on, y'all. y'all have definitely blessed and touched my spirit today, because y'all are all doing great things and y'all have definitely inspired me. And I know that y'all have also inspired the audience as well. So, man, this was great. And as I said, y'all can stick around if y'all want to swap information as well.
Thank you so much. I would love to do that.
Oh, yeah, no problem. All right, y'all. Well, it is 6:01. We're going to get out of here. And it's your boy, Life Coach Jeff, on the Redirect, Regroup, Refocus podcast. And as always, Redirect, Regroup, Refocus. And I love y'all so very much. And peace out.